Angels Care Home Health, serving Hays and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching and welcome to the new year of programs on Community Connection. Oh, and thanks to our producer as always, Jeff Durall. Certainly don't want to forget that in the new year. We are at the Center for Life Experiences located at 2900 Hall in Hays, talking about the NAMI organization with the Secretary of the NAMI Hays Board, Mary Akin. And we talk about a special program that Mary wanted to highlight called the NAMI Family to Family Education Program. You've probably seen these brochures around town talking about the program. So Mary, let's jump right into it. What is the program, and give us the details.
The program is for people who are family members. So if you have a family member or friend who has a mental illness and you are an adult, 18 years of age and older, you can take the class. Now the class is going to help you understand the process of what's going on. It's going to help you understand your family member through learning about the different diagnoses like schizophrenia or depression, bipolar, PTSD, anxiety disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, several more. And so we will learn about some of the specifics about that. We will learn about the brain, and it will be current research. We will learn about medications, the different kinds of drugs that are used, so that you can understand maybe what is happening to your loved one. And then it gives you some insights in when you go to the doctor or the therapist, if you're allowed to go, or if just to give you understanding so you can better deal with your family member. But then we will also have workshops. We will have a communication skills and learning how to talk to them, and in a more assertive way, and yet not with I's instead of shoulds. And it brings the drama and the anxiety and the tension down in a conversation when you learn some of these new techniques. And then we'll learn about how to solve problems in a new way. There's a skills workshop for that. There's an empathy workshop so that you only begin to understand what it's like to have a mental illness. And then you're also going to understand your loved one more. You're going to be able to deal with them in a better way, and you're going to be able to learn coping skills for yourself and take care of yourself better. You're going to find other people there that are going to give you support, and you're going to finally realize that you're not alone in this. There's so many people walk in this similar shoes that you're going to be surprised, because a lot of times we think that we're the only ones. No one else is going through this because no one talks about it openly, or very few people talk about it openly.
Wow, that's a very inclusive program.
It's very inclusive, it's very powerful, it's 12 weeks, that's why it's 12 weeks. It's January 26th through April 12th. It is 2.5 hours each Tuesday morning, 9 to 11:30. So this was created by Dr. Joyce Berland, and she is a psychologist. She was dealing with a sister and a daughter dealing with paranoid schizophrenia. And even as a professional, she could not deal well with the system, the health care system, and did not get the support she needed, did not get the help she needed, and so she got, in her frustration, she wrote a program, and this is the program that she wrote, many, many years ago. And so each year it's updated with current research of meds and new diagnoses and new brain research. It's updated each year. And so it's not my knowledge that I'm teaching. I and another person will co-teach this, and we have a large notebook. There's a lot of lecture, but there's a lot of discussion, and there's those skills workshops and things, and there's opportunity for the people to share their own stories if they so choose. And usually over time they do. We taught this for the first time last year, and we had 17 people in our program, and they came in very, very, it looked to me, they came in very frightened, very fearful, very, oh, I don't want to tell anybody anything, I'm not talking about anything, I don't know why I'm here, do I really think that I should be here? I mean, you could just see, and I heard the questions going around, and by the end, and before that, they began to see that this was for them.
Because it was a shared experience.
It was shared, and they understood that they're not alone. They got the help that they needed. No, their lives did not miraculously get totally improved, but they learned skills to help them get better. And so they started in with fear, and they ended with joy, the joy of being able to, all those 17 people call themselves family. That's how close they are now. They see each other anywhere, and they're right back in those deep bonds. They found the support they needed, and it helped them.
12-week program, free of charge.
Free, yes, it is free.
Available at the Center for Life Experiences. You'll be meeting on Tuesday mornings.
Right.
And the hours again?
9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
How would an individual, you say 18 and older, who perhaps experiences living with someone with a mental illness, how do they know that this program might be good for them?
You know, if their family member or friend already has a diagnosis, right there I'll tell you it will be good for them. Sometimes what happens is those questions, well, they don't have a diagnosis. Would it help? If you suspect, you can call and our number and share a little bit about what's going on, and we can tell you if it sounds like it would be helpful for you to take it. But all adults, anyone dealing with this, would find it helpful unless they're not stable themselves in their own health, physically or mentally. If that is a problem, then this class might be too much for you.
So it could be something that is not quite identified, such as PTSD or bipolar or schizophrenia or one of the other areas that might be on the edge.
Right.
And a person might not really understand or know that the individual is coping with this or trying to cope with this.
Well,
but yet this program might help.
Yeah, they might not, their family member might not even know they have it. The denial is huge, and I understand that. But yes, this can help. This can help them, you can find your person. You can find your family member as it's being described and see what relates and what might help.
Well, now, seating is going to be limited for this program.
We have 25 places.
So the earlier sign up, the better then.
I have 6 enrolled right now, so yes, the earlier you sign up, the better.
And again, those who might benefit from this free program for 12 weeks, if there's a conflict, say with a work schedule, I'm thinking, some people at work just can't attend.
Right, and so we have a monthly program of support that's once a month, and that's on the first Monday nights of the month.
Okay.
So that support is like 6 to 7, and there's support. There's 2 groups, one for family members and one for those dealing with mental illness. And then there's also education at 7:15 to 8:15, so they can get little pieces of education at that point. But that's not near what this program is. But there's a little bit, and if they need more help than that, they can call our number and also get support over the phone, and we can even meet them extra if that's what would help them. And
all coordinated through the local NAMI organization.
Right, right.
How did you get involved in NAMI, Mary?
Well, it's a really long story. First, I got involved because I found the executive director, Rick Kagan, at a church event, and he had a little display, And then I didn't know what NAMI was. I couldn't even say it. NAMI, NAMI, NUMI. I didn't even know what it was. And then, so I thought, well, I've got a neighbor girl that's dealing with bipolar. But I wasn't about to tell them that I needed this. See? So I just kept that all quiet.
It's the denial thing
again.
again.
I had it good. I had it really good. And then it came to my town where a group was trying to form it in a new town I lived in. And I thought, well, I don't want to do that either. Well, finally they convinced me I'd go as a friend because they needed help to start their group. And then I finally thought, on their group, in their board meeting, they needed a consumer, someone who was dealing with the mental illness. And I thought, okay, I'll tell. And I've told before a few times and was not well received because it's like people don't know what to do with it. People don't know how to talk about it. Well, I didn't either, since I didn't have a lot of time to chat with normal people other than a therapist, you know. And so this board received me with love and understanding, acceptance, generosity, and I just thought, wow, that changed.
Became a family, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It became a family, and this was in Pittsburgh, where we used to live, and now I'm here in Hays. I moved, and I found out there was a NAMI Hays here, and I thought, okay, I'm going, you know, because no one else that have I found understands this in a group. And so if you come here, you will get acceptance, you will get understanding. You won't believe how accepting and understanding and loving we are. So come and give us a try, you know. It's
show up,
just
no
hard.
obligation. Just
no,
show
it's
up.
just free. Show up and see what you will find.
What about, do we do enough in funding programs for mental health in the local, the state, the national level?
Oh, I don't believe so, because mental illness affects 1 in 4. That's 1/4 of our society is dealing with this.
In some fashion.
Yeah, and then if 1/4 of our society is dealing with this, that really means all of society is dealing with this. Because if it's a workplace, a schoolroom, a church, any place, 1/4 of who's there is dealing with this. And you can see why the violence and everything else, and by, there's so many issues that are dealing with this. And no, we're not funding it well.
And at some point you're going to be interacting in a workplace situation, whatever social situation, with someone who is dealing with an issue like this.
Yes, and it may not be just your own personal issue. It can be that family member, and they have got you so worked up that you're not dealing with life well. And so you may look like you have it, and you don't, but you're stressed out. And so...
Because the caregivers or the people who are dealing with the individual can have problems themselves.
Yes, and if you didn't have any, this can give it to you. But, and that's why support and understanding and education helps immensely, immensely.
And that's what this program is all about.
Yes, it is.
The NAMI Family to Family Education Program. I like the name, Family to Family.
Yes, 2 family members teach it, because I also have a family person who is dealing with mental illness. And so 2 of us teach to those who also have family members. So it's family to family.
And in the family situation, if you talk personally about this a moment, how did you gain insight to this family member who was struggling with a problem? Was it outward signs? Was it something you suspected?
My family member, I knew nothing until one day it was stark reality. So, but what helped me was I was already in NAMI.
There were no warning signs, nothing like that?
Not for me. No, I didn't live, he lived away. And so, but because I'd already was part of NAMI, this helped me immensely. It helped me walk through it.
Maybe it'll help you. The NAMI.
You know, the other thing is, there are people out there that know that they're dealing with, they're not dealing with it themselves. They're not dealing with it as a family member. But they know that who they meet every day is. I invite them to come on that first Monday night of the month and get education there as well. and it's family and friends support group, they can come to that support group there.
This is your invitation then. The NAMI Family to Family Education Program, free 12-week course taught by trained NAMI members, including our guest, Mary Akin, Tuesday mornings, 9 to 11:30 at the Center for Life Experiences. Pre-registration is necessary, but it is a free program and seating is limited, so the sooner the better. Mary, thanks for talking with us about this very important program, of which I think we're becoming more and more aware of, thanks to efforts such as you're bringing forth through the local National Association of Mental Illness organization, NAMI, our community connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hays and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.